in 2023 on the European Tour, but didn't really kick on, did he? So Martin Schindler passed him by. But Ricardo was in the red bit regularly early on in the opening leg.
140.
Yeah, trio of ton 40s for Pikachu to get down to 81 after 9. Paxton's done well to get to a finish after 3 visits himself.
81.
Petresco then. Oh, this is brilliant stuff to start off the night. An 11 dart holder throw. Welcome to the European Tour, Adam Paxton. We saw earlier on, didn't we? A couple of rough introductions. Finn Behrens beaten 6-0. Kim Huybrechts averaging nearly 105. Absolutely demolished the German debutant.
But he might have to take it out.
100.
Would have wanted a bit more than that there, Ricardo, but this is pressure, but it's for a break. Still needs a treble. Oh, couldn't find it.
52. Ricardo,
it didn't work out, but there was clarity of thought there. No stopping and pausing and wondering what he had plans. He had plan A, he had plan B. This is plan A for Pikachu. The plan works.
On the third leg, Ricardo Petresco. Fourth leg, it's Adam to throw first.
3-0. Only the one break though, so Paxton,
100.
he doesn't need to panic, but it's one of those ones where it feels like there's scoreboard pressure.
The gnome, that's always a popular choice. I feel that's a bit of a cheap option, the gnome. You know, if I'm grading that, I'm going 5 out of 10.
You're a harsh grader.
140.
People still turn up to the darts dressed as the 118 runners from an advertising campaign.
3 out of 10.
But that an advertising campaign that was on the telly 20 years ago. Double 12 for another 11 darter. And another 81 checkout. This is turning into one of Ricardo Petresco's most impressive performances on the European Tour. Now, you cannot rank it as high as those magical games in Hildesheim when he went on to take the title. Didn't miss a dart at double in the final. His last 6 in the semi-finals as he took out some of the biggest names in the game for that title. But in terms of the sheer numbers, this is right up there with some of the best stuff he's done.
Yeah. So far, it's a 10 out of 10 for Ricardo Petresco. It was always a tough draw, this, certainly with a home crowd behind Pikachu, who needs single 19 to leave the big fish. Does better than that. Great last dart.
Ricardo, you require 132.
Some way to wrap this up. Bull, double 16. Change your plan, treble 19. Bullseye to win it. To cap off a magnificent display.
107.
Fancied him for that. Fancied that. This to keep alive then. Got to hit the treble. Doesn't get it.
65.
Halves his score. So Pikachu then to wrap up an emphatic victory, needs 25.
Double 8 for a comprehensive win. And one of his best ever Euro Tour displays. Ricardo Petresco averages bang on 106 and sweeps aside the debutant Adam Paxton to get the night off and running. We have our first German winner of the day. It is Ricardo Petresco, who faces Rob Cross in round 2 here in Munich.
He's put himself in a brilliant position here. That's a great visit. So Jermaine needs a big fish. Nowhere near with dart 1. So Adams is going to get a look then at the 46 for a break back, and he deserves it on the back of a good leg of darts.
An awkward first one. Makes amends. Makes amends and picks up his first leg of the match. Well, he snuck into the 11 there, didn't he? Which is not what he was intending to do. And he managed to atone for that particular slip-up. Qualified for this event back in February.
He's down to a finish after 9. Looking to break straight back, but Adams is in. With the max, his second of the match so far, but 84 needed for Jan. Does have to go, doesn't he? He's missed the big number. I'm going to say he doesn't have to go the ballroom, but that maximum has left Adams in with a shout here. He's hit the treble 19 as well. Now he needs the red button, and he gets it. Brilliant. What a 6 darts from Idams, who was 2-0 down. He takes out the max, and then he whacks in a 119 to finish it off. Brilliant from the German. And we're all level at 2-2.
Across the season so far. And he will not be flapping, despite the fact that René is holding him here. And there's a pretty good example of that maximum 3 of the match. And the first for Jan van Veen.
Down to a finish after 4 visits to the board. That's a great first dart. And now switch right across the board, down for double 16, and he's 3 from 3 on the doubles, Jan van Veen. And he gives it the fist bump, and near silence here at the Zenit Halle here in Munich.
Clumsy from René to have left himself on that bogey number.
Well, you're going to get punished when you're playing players like this. And that's 3 maximums in the last 3 legs for Jan.
54.
Here we go. Here we go, Jan van Veen. Well, he won the last leg in 12 darts. He might win this one in 9.
99, Gianluca 141.
Can he do it here in Munich? Not quite. Not quite. Well, they were quiet earlier on, but they were cheering him on. They were rooting for him to get the 9 here. He acknowledges the crowd, but more importantly for him right now, he's within striking distance of a 5th leg, despite that maximum. Nothing Idams could do to leave a finish from there. The 17 will leave tops. Oh, he's gone out of ball for double 16. Knowing he'd be back, of course.
Would have been for a 12-darter. That's good pressure applied by Idams. Is it going to pale into insignificance? It's a good marker, that.
The
answer to that previous question is yes, and Jan van Veen moves within 1 of a place in the second round, where he'll face Andrew Gilding tomorrow afternoon. And as you referenced, they flat and they're more stackable. Go on, stack one then. There we go.
140.
It is one of the greatest camera angles in sport, that one. Do like it. Well, that's a poor dart.
55.
And that might be the beginning of the end. 1-2-1 then to wrap it up in style. The shot is on. Gonna go for the treble. Now he'll just set things up.
89.
And he leaves double 16.
Now Jan van Veen won the last 3 legs in a row.
32.
Averaging over 100 in the process, and making light work of René Idams. Not a poor performance by Idams, in all fairness, but for Jan van Veen, clinical stuff.
Match play final has ever been, and to play that well for that long. Look, there are many other years, Mentor Suljovic, if he hadn't been playing Gary Anderson, that would have been enough to win the title. He'll already go down as he already is the greatest Austrian player that's ever lived.
120.
It was awkward to get one underneath it, but he's done so.
On the second leg,
and it's paid off for him. The Polish Eagle levels the scores 1 apiece. As far as Shanghai's go, it probably wasn't the most aesthetically pleasing, but that second dart somehow squeezed it into the treble. Yeah, it was very much a salvageable situation for Ratiski. This is a sumptuous situation for Suljovic.
140. You require 40.
double 10 for 4-1. It's a mile inside. And a touch low on the double 5.
And here require 125.
Well, that was a long way wayward of the target. Chances.
Good.
Superb stuff from Suljovic. That was classy from the Austrian. You mentioned, could he turn it on? Could that be the start of it?
How has Krzysztof Ratiski lost that leg? Lots of Polish players and some younger ones like Sebastian Białecki who look like they could go and do something over the next few years, but really has been Ratiski ploughing a lone furrow at the top end of the game for a number of years now in terms of Polish darts. But World Series event in Poland this year as well, and there's huge crowds, a huge interest. I think the conditions are right for more Polish players to follow in Ratiski's footsteps. Just wait till for them to do it. It's a beauty.
More two darters for Krzysztof Ratiski. Bread and butter for him.
So 6 darts from here for Krzysztof to book his place in round 2 to face Michael Smith.
Nice set-up shot for Ratiski.
140.
Well, that makes things interesting.
56.
Topsy wants for the win. Another match dart goes astray for the Polish Eagle. He needed the last leg to stay alive. Now double 9 to keep his head above water.
Last dart finds the mark, and Mensur Suljovic is clinging on. Got to be some nerves, even for the Terminator like Ratiski.
A nice ointment, at least, you could say. Mensur hitting his first maximum of the match, immediately followed by Krzysztof hitting a max of his own.
What is that from Suljovic? How has he hit? How has he hit 3 big singles to leave 169? Oh, this is disgrace. They should both lose the leg. This is a really, really important moment in the game. And Mensur, a man of vast experience, has made a horrible counting error there. Ratiski has decided that looks fun, I'll join in, although slightly different circumstances.
99.
Quite a snotty situation. Bogeys all over the place.
Ratiski missed the segment and he couldn't tidy it up. He was unable to, but Mensur might get away with it.
96. Mensur requires 70.
Well, Mensur Suljovic, who was dead and buried, has somehow exhumed himself. And this for a 3rd leg in a row to take us to a decider.
Where's he looking? I thought he might be looking at treble 14, double 14 for a moment, but I'm not sure if he is. He was. Double top it'll have to be. Take us all the way. 3 legs on the spin for Mensur Suljovic, and it will come down to the decider.
Final leg, Krzysztof throw first. Game on.
Well, you said when he's under pressure, he does target.
Krzysztof Ratiski's losing streak going to go on. Look at him dig deep, though. Look at him dig deep. It's only his 3rd 180 of the game.
Well, in the last leg, Mensur's 180 was followed by Krzysztof's. Roles reversed maybe here. Roles reversed indeed.
You can't shake him off. You can't put this game to bed.
Well, by virtue of throwing first in the leg, Ratiski is first down to a finish. What can Mensah leave himself? Something handsome.
125.
That's all right. It's left a much more attractive finish than the 129. This is not easy. What's the route? Is he going double-double? He's going treble 20. He's gone treble 12. It's a beauty, double 18. Oh my word, Christoph Ratiski! What a way to bring your losing streak to an end. It is another combination finish, and it is the best of the lot under enormous pressure. The Polish Eagle delighted with that one. Smith, Rob Cross, Christoph Ratiski, we've just put in a very Christoph Ratiski-like display.
And you don't mention Ricardo Petresco averaged 106 earlier on tonight.
I didn't, yeah.
47.
And I should have done. But yeah, nightmare little section of the draw, this.
Yeah, it's funny how I think it's a really good draw when you think, you know, we have got some stars missing, but there's still a lot of quality here. This tournament is going to take some winning, whoever wins it. Barney might be involved in that mix. Can he take care of the 120? Needs tops. Beautiful, beautiful start for Barney. No messing around. 15 dart hold of throw and a tumpless out to kick things off. The problem Barney potentially could face as he looks to hit a max is that you look in those match play spots just underneath him. Ricardo Petresco is through. Mickey Rosenau looking for a max of his own. So Petresco's through, and Smith, Joyce and Zonneveld are all in the second round already, and they could close the gap on him. As Barney takes out an 11 dart leg. Well, if he keeps winning, it won't be a problem.
Well, that's it. And look, we mentioned how intriguing this little section of the draw was. Imagine if we got a Michael Smith, Raymond van Barneveld last 16 tie. All of a sudden, that looks enormous for the world match play race. For a level game. Still averaging 16 points less than Barney. Does not matter if he takes this out. It's 3 apiece. Ooh, problem. Potential solution, double top.
55.
That would have been a steal. Barney for a 2-leg lead. He's looking across the board at double 4. That's there in the end. Not happy with it, but it's in, and that's what matters. It's another break of throw. It's 4-2. That'll be a gift, that walk up to collect his darts, I'm sure, or a meme or whatever. I'm getting hold myself. I don't know what they're called anymore.
He's not been punished anyway.
95.
Chips away. Rosenau is not going away in this game. Not doing anything spectacular whatsoever. But it's just there.
56.
Well, the legs he's won have been in 18 and 17 darts. That's a nice first start and an even better second one. That's his best leg of the game. 14 darter. He's only one behind.
But he's got to be good for 3 legs without having a leg off here.
Yeah. Barney. Steady ton. He's enough at the minute. Great atmosphere in here tonight. Big crowd as well. No tickets, I don't think, available for the rest of the weekend. Or very few.
Still, they've got one German through to the second round already. That brilliant performance from Pikachu. Doesn't look like Mikhail Rosenau is going to be joining him, though, because this is very nicely set up by Raymond van Barneveld to close the game out. The German #1 on the way. Mickey Unterbuchner on in the next game as well. But is that a parting gift from Rosie to the Munich fans?
24.
Double 12 for Barney then. And he wraps up a 6-3 victory for a place in the last 32.
120.
Treble for double.
18.
A little wayward from Jermaine Watermainer there, but he'll be back for tops again.
Yeah, knows he'll be back. No pressure at the moment. Another treble might change that. That's a better visit. Now then, this tops for 4-1. 2 10s.
30.
Now it's Unterbuchner's turn.
75.
Should get at least one at a double here. He'll get 2 at double 12. Double 6, biggest start so far, and he misses.
Jermaine 10.
The initiative back with Watermainer. It's a decent enough guide. He's a long way away from it. Couldn't use the marker he had left himself. So it's double 3. Easy to block yourself. He's done well to stack on top of the dart that he had thrown previously. And he moves back within one of his opponent, Michael Unterbuchner. Difficult customer to shake off. That 180 makes things a bit more interesting on this 161, which is not going to go. So this for a level game.
Yeah, 19's the target. It's the treble. Now, Bullseye missed it twice. Just has a moment. I'm not sure why he needed to pause there. Maybe the grip not right. Yeah, he's not happy, is he? Unterbuchner, but this is to level it up. He'll be happy if this goes in for sure. Well, that's his third pop at the bull, and if we're honest, he's not really threatened to hit it yet.
Yeah, that was the furthest away he's been so far from the centre of the board.
56.
He'll be back. Not for Bullseye this time, but 37. So 2 at double 16 for the Munich man. 1 dart left. 3 apiece. Jermaine Watermainer was 3-1 up and had a look at extending that lead, and
16.
now we have a level match.
Well, if you're going to miss doubles, you're going to get punished, and that's exactly what's happening here. Now, Unterbuchner's missed a few of his own, but crucial in the last 2 legs, he's been given an opportunity to tidy up.
64. $104.
Very good from Jermaine Watermainer. Didn't have to force anything particularly there, but this could be a bit of pressure.
180.
Well, that might be his parting shot. It's tops for the match. It is a 180 and out for Unterbuchner. Watermainer takes him out by 6 legs to 3. Unterbuchner will be disappointed. Got back to 3-3. Missed the dart to go in front, and he never got another opportunity. The look on his face says it all. That is a missed opportunity for Unterbuchner. For Watermainer, he survives and is through to the last 32. He'll take on Ross Smith tomorrow.
You require 143.
It's already pretty comprehensive, but this would be quite something.
And get the second treble.
95.
But once again, Dirk van Duijvenbode finds himself on a very makeable checkout after 4 visits to the board. And Andy Bolton is scrambling just to get near him.
96. Durk, you require 48.
Nice big target area in the southwest of the board for Dirk van Duijvenbode. Double 16. Recalibrates. Tidy marker.
Gains on the 4th leg. Dirk van Duijvenbode.
Well, this is all too easy for Dirk van Duijvenbode. Good last time.
97. And do you require 142?
Well, you'd imagine this needs to go.
It's a lovely setup.
Durk, you require 56.
It may be for naught.
$36.
You will get a chance. This is the best chance that Andy Bolton has had to win a leg in this match.
And it's a leg that he does win on double four. Third time of up. Maybe Durk just needs a refuel. This will be one way to do it.
$130.
Top setup
And
shot.
you require 86.
See some good layup play for both players in this game. Wanted the Bullseye to go within 2.
Durk, you require 24.
Just double 12 to go within 1 of a victory for Durk van Dijvenbode.
Double 6. Is found plumb in the middle. Dirk van Dijvenbode reasserts himself in this one. 6 legs played. Durk has had chances to win every single leg of this match. It could have been a whitewash.
From Andy Bolton. Not a great deal of X factor on display from him.
171.
But that was certainly worthy of the moniker from Dirk van Dijvenbode. Another one of those big multiple treble visits you were talking about.
Yeah, a couple of 180s, a 174, now 171.
Durk, you require 132.
And that being said, you know he's not even operating in top gear. Dirk van Dijvenbode, too strong, too good, too powerful. Oh, how about this? How about this? Dirk van Dijvenbode with a monstrous checkout. He could do what he wanted. Andy Bolton was nowhere near him. He did exactly what he wanted. Treble 20, double-double, 6-1 win. Comprehensive from the Over-Genius, who'll face Dave Chisnell next.
Who will forget those emotional scenes in Riesa when he won his first ever title?
180.
That's what he does. He's become a very big scorer, Martin Schindler, over the last 2 or 3 years.
What we know about Mario, he'll play his own game. He doesn't get flustered, whoever he's playing. He'll just keep on throwing his own game. But when you're facing stuff like this...
137.
Luke the Nuke shirt there. We'll see Luke tomorrow night.
Well, he left 50 after 12 darts in the last leg. He's left 50 after 9 darts this leg.
100. Martin, you require 50.
Not going to go for the ball. Once again, within 3 darts, that 50 disappears.
Game on.
Munich for Easter weekend, Graz in Austria. Next weekend, then Sindelfingen, the Glass Palace, the most used European Tour venue, the European Darts Grand Prix. By the end of this little 3-week spell, there'll be serious moves made in the races for the European Championship and particularly the match play. And Mario van der Behade is making a move in this leg. But Shindy for an 11-darter. It is beautiful from the German #1.
Martin Schindler. 7th leg and Martin at first.
An 11 and a 12. Isn't it impressive how Schindler, Van Veen, won tournaments recently? Their standards are starting to go up, aren't they? Their numbers are getting better.
Martin, you require 130.
It's the consistency that impresses. Doing it over and over. Treble 18. Not found, but he was given the luxury of going that route. It was a loose last dart, but it'll cost him a dart at double.
Will Mario find a couple of big trebles of his own here? There's one of them. Well, he's got a switch here. He went for the outer butt. Well, he went for the bull and missed it. 47 then for 5-2.
Games from the 7th leg. Martin Schindler. 8th leg.
There's a point we make about the likes of Schindler and Van Veen. It's not necessarily the top level that recently. What a leg this is. Oh, what a leg this is.
180!
Well, the top two from Germany really putting on a show this evening in Munich, as Petresco was magnificent in dealing with Adam Paxton.
125.
Martin Schindler is averaging more than 103 here. And he's going to be on another
80.
potential 4-visit leg. He's had a 12-darter and an 11-darter. And if he can produce another 12-darter here, it's game over.
Yeah, but he might be coming back to the board with the Belgian just tapping him on the shoulder. Magical from Mario.
180. Martin Quantum 1.
Can he end it right here? Stop this comeback. Double 16. Yes, he can. That is top quality stuff. Mario van den Barhada was on a 10-darter and was not allowed back to the board.
But he is down to a finish, the big fish.
140. Johan, you require 170.
We haven't seen a 170 checkout today. We're not going to see one now.
134.
Tidy set-up play from Johan Angstrom. Solid first start. An even better second
leg. Mike de Decker.
Well, if the first leg was one in 16 darts, that was one in 11 by Mike de Decker to break throw. Almost impossible to live with for Johan Angstrom. He's almost halfway there to reaching. Second round, double 10.
48. Johan, you require
slightly wayward.
92.
How will Johan approach this? Look for that treble 20 first.
He went double-double. But he could be in double trouble.
10.
De Decker needs 10 for a 3-0 lead. He's getting closer, but those were no markers, so Angstrom here with a chance to break.
36.
It's double 9 now. Didn't want to go inside. Well, he could have been aggressive with that last start, and he was too aggressive. He was so aggressive, he ended up in the wrong segment.
Yeah, he overpitched there badly, didn't he? Not great darts from either player at the double in this leg. Single 1 for double 2.
8.
Well, that 2 is a mile away from De Decker.
You require 6.
Well, this is scruffy, isn't it? Mike De Decker storming into a 2-0 lead. Well, he can't take it out now.
No score. Mike, you require 2.
It's been a bit of a shambolic display of finishing from the pair of them in this particular leg. Oh, it's just
no score.
Is anyone going to win this leg of darts or what?
Well, that's 10. De Decker's had to win it. Can Angstrom nick it? Yes, he can.
On the third leg.
Well, they all count whether they're in 22 darts or in 9. It's only worth one leg on the board, and De Decker will smile. That was one of those that really did get away. 10 missed darts.
170.
Well, this would be some way to stay in it, wouldn't it? Get the net ready. The big fish is coming. It's coming. Bullseye for 5-3.
131.
Didn't need to go for it, but went for it anyway. I admire his style.
I would have gone for it. One last injection of energy to this
49.
Munich crowd.
Johan, you
Over
require
3,000.
39.
Overpitched. Underpitched.
27.
Mike still not on a finish, but to stay alive really for Johan Angstrom.
140.
What makes it interesting?
12.
Missed 3 darts already in this leg. He doesn't miss a
on the
four.
8th leg, Johan Angstrom.
Treble visits have been very similar.
2 treble visit here. Magical.
125.
It's actually not a bad miss, that. He's still left a 2-dart out, so he'll take that. These could be Angstrom's last 3.
It doesn't look like there'll be another chance to have a bite at
100.
snake bite
Mike, you
for
require
Johan Angstrom
100.
after his victory over Peter Wright in the Nordic Darts Masters. Mike De Decker might book his spot against Peter
Game
Wright, though, and he
shot.
does.
And the match,
And wraps us up
Mike De Decker.
for day 1 of the German Darts Grand Prix here in Munich.